I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. I am still sick. So, the body aches are still here, and now I got a cough. It's this dry, terrible cough. I'm not sleeping good. I got headaches, and I thought I had a fever. I got this really cool thing that I gotta show you. This is Tommy's. Let me clean this off and show it to you. Potentially one of the coolest inventions I've ever seen. This is called Comfy Tech, and what it is, I don't know what it's made of. It looks like, it feels almost like the same stuff they'd make a diving wetsuit out of. Okay, like a shorty. All right. You put it in the fridge, and it gets cold, and when you put it on, it looks like a falcon hat. Don't laugh at me. All right? And it's super cold. It squeezes your dome. If you got a headache or a fever, whew, this thing is amazing. You stick this thing on, and you understand why falcons chill out when they can't see anything. They're like, I'm good. Oh, hey, how you doing? Anyway, this is I used this in the last 2 days. I'm just going back and forth to the fridge. This has been a lifesaver. So, all right. So Hellfire Hot Sauce is one of my favorite sauce companies, and this is a monster. Evil bastard. You know what's funny? I used my nil hoc illegitimi carabundum. Yeah, never let the bastards wear you down. It's a Latin, you know, it's kind of a famous Latin thing. I did a little research on it. I got it wrong forever. Forever I got it wrong. I thought it was, I got it wrong. And I think everybody gets it wrong. I think we've all heard, if you get old enough, you've heard the expression. I've heard it that it was nolite te bastards corabundum, nil hoc illegitimi corabundum. I've heard a bunch of different ways to say it, and I'm reading about this, and it turns out the corabundum isn't even a word in Latin. It doesn't even exist. So, the real Latin phrase for don't let the bastards grind you down, in real Latin, is this. Are you ready? Noli pati celestis opprimi. So there it is. That's good advice for all of us, because whether you're, you know, you see the stuff that people go after me, so because I'm a content creator, but we all have, you know, things in our life, you know, we all have resistance, and we all have we've all never let them wear you down. Don't let them, because I don't let them wear me down. The key to, if you're going to do what I do, the key is just don't let them onto your radar. Like, I'm not on Facebook anymore. Just don't even, you know, doesn't matter what they're saying. It's like the tree falling in the woods. If it falls in the woods and I'm not there to hear it, does it make noise? I don't care. How about that? I don't care. So if somebody's saying stuff about me on social media somewhere, I don't care. How do I say it again? Give me 1 second, you guys. Are you ready? Noli patia celestis opprimi. There. All right, so Hellfire Hot Sauce. Merle and Diana, you guys are awesome. I love you. This is a monster sauce. Evil Bastard is an amazing, flavorful, smoky, super hot sauce. Ingredients include smoked ghost peppers, Primo 7-pot peppers, scorpion peppers, Jack Daniel's fire whiskey, red Thai curry, black pepper, cumin, and sun-dried tomatoes. Very hot and very tasty, and it's turned to purple, and I can't read it. Hellfire Hot Sauce. If you use a promo code Chase the Heat, you're gonna get a 10% discount or 15%. I'm not quite sure, but it's in the description box, so make sure you use that. It's an amazing company. If nothing, I am consistent. I've said since the beginning it's one of my favorite companies. I can hear it in my own voice. I just feel awful. Yesterday, my energy just fell off. like I woke up and I was like, man, I feel a lot better. And then real quick, it just like, my energy just tanked. And real quickly I went from, hey, I'm feeling okay to, man, I'm dying again. All right, so, now, I did a live stream yesterday for the bus pass. I'm doing daily live streams for the bus pass holders, and there will be one today. Can't promise you an hour. Yesterday I started to, I was like, man, I'm going to do an hour. I think I did 20 minutes or 22 minutes. Just, I'm trying. You can smell the smokiness in it. Super hot. You can just smell the heat coming off it. You really can. Here's the pour, people. Look at that. All right, so from Hellfire Hot Sauce, people, a real chili head company. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the E. I love the smokiness of it, but boy, super hot. I know there's garlic in it. I was checking to see if it's black garlic. It's not, but the garlic is great. It's just, it's very, very flavorful. It's very spicy, not just heat, but spice. Wicked hot. The sun-dried tomatoes are amazing, not just for texture, but flavor. Wicked good sauce. Now, on a scale from 1 to 10, the smokiness really stands out. Sometimes sauces are smoky and they're either not smoky enough or they have that artificial smoke, like they drained a boot of a fireman and kind of use that water as to flavor that. This doesn't have that, but it's really smoky. Piping hot. Really hot finish. If you're looking for a really hot sauce, there's a lot of talk lately about what's hot and what's not. This is a wicked hot sauce. I don't know the Scoville ratings on it, but I bet it's 100, 120,000. It's piping hot. So for a non-chili head, just don't even think about it. Don't even worry about it. Seriously. If you're a chili head, this is a 9 out of 10. 9 or 10. You know, there might be a lunatic that's going to call it an 8, but this is just a monster sauce. I would not, I would not do a chug of this. How about that? I wouldn't chug this. If I did, if Merle called, Merle called me one day and said, hey man, I got an idea for a challenge. I said, let's hear it. Let's chug a case of sauce. 12 bottles of Fear This. And I said, it was awful. So I said yes. If he called me and said, Johnny, I got an idea for you, chug a bottle of Evil Bastard, I'd say, I don't think so, Merle. I love Merle, but I don't think so. Won't fall for the okie doke again. He got me on that one. Good. But this is a very, very, very hot sauce. If you're, here's the deal. This happens to a lot of chili heads. You'll get into the chili game and you'll start eating sauces and you're like, I can't find one that's hot enough. Go to the description box, click the link, use the promo code, and get this bottle of hot sauce. It'll blow your hair back. This, I promise you. I'm achy and I feel like garbage. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to finish up with the last 5. I did some trivia where I found famous last words of famous people. And I am now down to the last 5. I want to see who I want to end it with. I don't know who I want to end it with. Let's start with this one. Dustin Diamond. Do you guys know who Dustin Diamond is? Saved by the Bell. His doctors had just told him the slightest scratch could cause him to bleed to death. So he told his friend Dan Block, when I swallow, my throat hurts. Like something dropped honey on the bed sheet. Not even the floor, not the jeans. So it's the 5-second rule. Yeah, but 0.0005 second rule could kill me. Those were his last words. It's weird, right? Do you ever think about that? Like, what if you like, I don't know. Like, what are your last words going to be? Could you, if you, does it matter? Like, I don't know. Groucho Marx, you know, he died in 1977. Kind of crazy, right? At 86 years old. As he was passing away from complications due to pneumonia, he went out on one final joke. He said, "This is no way to live." That's pretty awesome, right? Don't you think? Don't you think that's pretty awesome? I think it's pretty good. His brother, Chico, let's talk about his last words. Groucho's brother, Leonard, or Chico, told his wife, this is what he said to his wife, "Remember, honey, don't forget what I told you. Put in my coffin a deck of cards, a mashy niblick, and that's a putter, and a pretty blonde." He said that to his wife. He obviously had a good sense of humor, and his wife got it. When I was a kid, my grandfather, my dad's dad, would always, he was older, and he'd come to the house and visit us, and there's the dove on top of the cactus. Anyway, he'd come to us and he'd take a nap. He'd sleep while he was getting older, you know. So I'd say, "Hey, go in and wake up Grandpa." So it was a deal. He'd work us. We were children. So I'd go in there, I'd wake him up, try to wake him up. He wouldn't wake up. I'd go in the kitchen. I'd say, "Hey, he won't wake up. Go in there and tell him the dancing girls are here." So I'd go and I'd say, "Grandpa, the dancing girls are here." And he'd wake up and he was just playing with us. I had a great grandfather. My grandfather was amazing. He really was. All right, John Belushi. Let's talk about his last words. John Belushi said, "Just don't leave me alone. Just don't leave me alone." He said that. He said that to a friend and a fellow addict, Kathy Smith, who injected him with a lethal speedball, and then she left him alone. She would spend 15 months in jail for manslaughter. I haven't read the transcripts, but I can tell you what she said. I was scared to death. I didn't know what to do. That was a loss. All right, John Candy, beloved actor. Before making Wagons East in Mexico in 1993, he told his friend Catherine O'Hara that he was afraid to go because he thought something bad was going to happen out there. He promised his family it would be his last movie, and he was right. Ironically enough, this is weird. I saved that one for last, and they don't have his last words in there. They say that he was afraid to go because he thought something was bad was going to happen, and he promised his family it would be his last movie, and he was right. But they never said what his last words were. So I, unfortunately, saved the last one to the end and didn't really give you guys a payoff. Anyhow, you guys are awesome, and I love you. Be kind to somebody today. I will do a live stream today for the Bus Pass people. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know when it'll be. I'm going to lay down and try to get some rest. I just don't feel good. In the description box, you're going to see a link for Hellfire. Such a great company. Get familiar with them. They're a great company. It's a company that every chilihead really should be very familiar with. Right there is my son, Johnny Scoville Jr. Right there is the lifeboat. Right there, all the challenges I've done. Pepperology here. I love you guys. I'm Johnny Scoville. And this was Chase. Oh, one last thing. I almost forgot. Noli Patti, a Celestis, Opera Mai. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Eat.